Botany, also called plant science, plant biology, or phytology, is the science of plant life and a branch of biology. A botanist, plant scientist, or phytologist is a scientist who specializes in this field. The term botany comes from the ancient Greek word botana, meaning pasture, grass, or fodder. Botana is in turn derived from boscain, to feed or to graze. Traditionally, botany has also included the study of fungi and algae by mycologists and phyco- phycologists, respectively, with the study of these three groups of organisms remaining within the sphere of interest of the International Botanic Congress. Nowadays, botanists in the strict sense study approximately 400 410,000 species of land plants, of which some 391,000 species are vascular plants, including approximately 369,000 species of flowering plants, and approximately 20,000 are bryophytes. Botany originated in prehistory as herbalism with the efforts of early humans to identify and later cultivate edible, medicinal, and poisonous plants, making it one of the oldest branches of science. Medieval physic gardens, often attached to monasteries, contained plants of medical importance. There were forerunners of the first botanical gardens attached to universities founded from the 1540s onwards. One of the earliest was the Padua Botanical Garden. These gardens facilitated the academic study of plants. Efforts to catalog and describe their collections were the beginnings of plant taxonomy and led in 1753 to the binomial system of nomenclature of Carl Linnaeus that remains in use to this day for the naming of all biological species. In the 19th and 20th centuries, new techniques were developed for the study of plants, including methods of optical microscopy and live cell imaging, electron microscopy, analysis of chromosome number, plant chemistry, and the structure and function of enzymes and other proteins. In the last 2 decades of the 20th century, botanists exploited the techniques of molecular genetic analysis, including genomics and proteomics, and DNA sequences to classify plants more accurately. Modern botany is a broad subject with contributions and insights from most other areas of science and technology. Research topics include the study of plant structure, growth and differentiation, reproduction, biochemistry and primary metabolism, chemical products development, disease, evolutionary relationships, systematics, and plant taxonomy. Dominant themes in 21st century plant science are molecular genetics and epigenetics, which study the mechanisms and control of gene expression during differentiation of plant cells and tissues. Botanical research has diverse applications in providing staple foods, materials such as timber, oil, rubber, fiber, and drugs in modern horticulture, agriculture, and forestry, plant propagation, breeding, and genetic modification, in the synthesis of chemicals and raw materials for construction and energy production, in environmental management, and the maintenance of biodiversity. Etymology. The term botany comes from the ancient Greek word botane, meaning pasture, herbs, grass, or fodder. Botana is in turn derived from boscane, to feed or to graze. History. Early botany. Botany originated as herbalism, the study and use of plants for their possible medicinal properties. The early recorded history of botany included many ancient writings and plant classifications. Examples of early botanical works have been found in ancient texts from India dating back to before 1100 BCE, ancient Egypt in archaic Avestan writings, and in works from China purportedly from before 221 BCE. Modern botany traces its roots back to ancient Greece, specifically to Theophrastus circa 371 to 287 BCE, a student of Aristotle who invented and described many of its principles and is widely regarded in the scientific community as the father of botany. His major works, Inquiry into Plants and on the Causes of Plants, constitute the most important contributions to botanical science until the Middle Ages, almost 17 centuries later. Another work from ancient Greece that made an early impact on botany is De Materia Medica, a five-volume encyclopedia about preliminary herbal medicine written in the middle of the first century by Greek physician and pharmacologist Pedanius Dioscorides. The Materia Medica was widely read for more than 1500 years. Important contributions from the medieval Muslim world include Ibn Washia's Nabatean agriculture, Abu Hanifa Dinawari's 208 to 896, the Book of Plants, and Ibn Basal's The Classification of Soils. In the early 13th century, Abu al-Abbas al-Nabati and Ibn al-Baitar 1248 wrote on botany in a systematic and scientific manner. In the mid-16th century, botanical gardens were founded in a number of Italian universities. The Padua Botanical Garden in 1545 is usually considered to be the first that is still in its original location. These gardens continued the practical value of earlier physic gardens, often associated with monasteries in which plants were cultivated for suspected medicinal uses. They supported the growth of botany as an academic subject. Lectures were given about the plants grown in the gardens. Botanical gardens came much later to Northern Europe. The first in England was the University of Oxford Botanic Garden in 1621. German physician Leonhard Fuchs, 1501 to 1566, was one of the three German fathers of botany, along with theologian Otto Brunfels, 1489 to 1534, and physician Hieronymus Bach, 1498 to 1554, also called Hieronymus Tragus. Fox and Branwell's broke away from the tradition of copying earlier works to make original observations of their own. But Bach created his own system plant classification.